Do you want a new BMX bike that you could ride street or go to the skate park with? Today, I'm gonna do and explain and review on the Sunday Forecaster complete BMX bike. Hang tight, because I'm gonna tell you everything about this bike, from how it's made, to what parts comes with it, to should you buy this actual bike for the style of riding that you're doing. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's talk about all the stuff that the other shops don't tell you about, all the YouTube channels that they don't tell you about, and especially the YouTubers that have never even seen the bike in person. They just put photos in the background. You're talking to a person that actually sees these bikes on a daily basis, builds them, gets your customers experience from them, and can tell you where you should go and which bike you should buy. So if you follow me on Instagram, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm gonna tell you everything about this bike. So let's get to it. Yeah, so how we've been running them is we kind of been doing it a little bit different here. So we're gonna keep running it the same way. I think you guys like it. So yeah. Oh shoot, did you see that? Oh, there's a sneak peek of the shop. Yep, I've been doing a little background right here just to make it a little bit easier for you. And we're gonna try to do the same thing. Let me know if you guys like this or you like it in the other shop area where we do videos, or what you prefer. I don't know, I think I'm actually gonna be working on the back shop and changing it up a little bit, fixing it up to make it a little bit more enjoyable. But let me know in the comments what you like, if you guys like this way or you guys like the other way. Also, I'm using a different program and it might make the videos look better. Let me know if you think the quality is a lot better as well. All right, so let's get to it. Starting off with the grips. We always start off with the grips. We got the Odyssey Brock Rayford grips right here, and we got some Odyssey bar ends. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out this camera. So yep, so this one's a little bit different bar end that comes with the actual Brock grips. Brock grips come with the par ends, which the Odyssey par ends are a little bit different, and these ones are like a push and plug, but these are still pretty heavy duty. These grips are amazing, super soft. If you want an awesome grip, definitely grab a set of these Odyssey Brock grips. Going to the lever, we got Odyssey Springfield lever. This thing is a great lever for the price. Another thing is that you can remove this brake lever without taking off your grip, which is really awesome. It's kind of a medium pull, not too long of an arm and not too short of one. This thing works great with 990s, not so much with V-brakes. If your V-brakes don't work very good, do not use this lever. I see a lot of people with that problem. They get V-brakes and they put a different lever on and it doesn't work too great. Going to the quick slick cable right here, the Odyssey quick slick cable. Definitely nice. It's got a Teflon coating inside. It works really smooth. Going to the back, everything's bolted on and it goes to the back. But a regular Odyssey slick cable will also work for your bike if you need a brake cable. Going to the bars, these bars, oh man, I forgot to even look to see what size these bars are. I know they're not 9.8. Let me see. Let me see if I could get a measuring tape. I got a measuring tape right here. All right, so we're gonna measure these up for you. Measure them up. I don't even know why I didn't look at that. So this is how you measure the bar. Center of this bar here to the center down here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go like so, somewhere up in this vicinity, and getting down low. These look like they're about, shoot, it's hard, it's got my left. These look like they're 9-inch bars, but if you want to know the exact spec, go to my website and I'll give you the exact spec on these bars. But these are high ten steel 2-piece bar. It's got a pretty cool looking shape to them. A lot of stock bars look kind of goofy. These ones actually look pretty cool. They're high tensile steel. I think they're 28.5 wide. Might be a little bit longer, but don't quote me on that. Check the specs on the website. Sunday free stem in the 48 millimeter. This thing is drop forged aluminum, pretty heavy duty and a really good bang for your buck. It's got cutouts right here and then inside as well to keep the stem light and to keep this thing really cost effective. This thing's drop forged, which means it's a bunch of aluminum pieces put into a mold, smashed together, and then it makes this. Makes the processing process a lot faster than CNC, reduces the cost and increases strength. So very cool combination. Going to the headset, it has integrated FSA headset with a tall cap on it and one looks like a 5 mil, maybe even a 2.5 mil washer. Let's see if 2.5 mil washer. Going down the forks, it has a full chromoly steer tube. Going to the legs, notice how the legs kind of taper. So taper, gets smaller. The reason why they like to do this is because it reduces the weight. Also, it gives the peg a little bit more clearance. You can put a peg on there and you don't have to cut the peg or anything like that, like we used to do. Going to the dropout, it's pretty thick. It's like a double thick dropout. See how thick it is? It has a fully sealed front hub. This is a Sunday alloy front hub. Also, it's got some pretty cool cone washers, and it's female bolt, so you can put pegs on here. If you bend the bolt, you can just replace the single bolt and not have to replace the whole inner axle, which are really hard to find. Going to the front wheel, we have the Odyssey Stage 1 rim is on here. This one's a nice double wall wheel, pretty heavy duty and very cost effective. We got stainless steel spokes and chrome plated spoke nipples. On the tire, we have the Odyssey OEM Path Pro tire. This one's a 20 by 2.4. The cool thing about the 2.4 tires is that they're a lot wider. They give you a lot more stability. They allow you to turn a lot easier. If you're running a 2125 or 22 or anything smaller than that, it makes it a lot harder to turn when you're going really fast. So having the bigger tire allows you to carve a lot faster, gives you a lot more control. So if you're riding pizza cutter tires, definitely jump on the 2.4s because they're gonna increase your ability to ride. They're gonna increase your turning ability. It's just gonna make you look like you ride so much better. Going up to the frame is gyro compatible. So it does have little gyro tabs right there. It's got an integrated head tube and it looks pretty cool. This frame is full chromoly frame. The geometry is really similar to his dark wave frame, but there's a couple things that are different. Like the head tube on this one is 75.5 and on his signature frame it's 75.25. Just keep that in mind. This frame comes in 21-inch top tube, but the Forecaster comes in multiple different size top tubes. So depending on which one you pick will come with different top tubes, like a 20.75 or a 20.5, depending on whose signature bicycle that is. Going to the front, there's also a big gusset on the bottom. Looks pretty rad. You can also see this 100% chromoly frame sticker. Maybe clean the lens, I don't know. It's pretty hard to keep this focused. Got these nice gold stickers on it. Standover height is pretty tall. It looks about a 9-inch standover. Going to the seat stays. The seat stays are this tube that connects the dropout, which is this little metal part, to your actual seat tube or the front of your frame. So this is a seat stays. These things are pretty beefy. This is called the seat stay bridge right here. So if you want to know what that is, looks pretty nice. Going to the rear end has a lot of clearance. So if you want to shorten up this rear end, you totally can. The back chainstay, these are chainstays, which run by the chain. They're pretty beefy. The dropouts are pretty heavy duty and small. Look at them, they're pretty thick. Let's see if I can clear that up. So they're relatively thick. So yeah, pretty nice. Going up to the seat clamp, we got the Sunday alloy seat clamp. Let's check that out. It's kind of hard. I gotta stay on the focusing. You got an alloy pivotal seat post, and then you got the Odyssey Brock Rayford corduroy seat. This thing is pretty sweet. It also has this little patch on the back. Let me see that little patch, little Brock Rayford thing. Big shout out to Brock Rayford. He used to live in Riverside. Used to catch him at Hunt Park. Seen him in downtown LA the other for BMX Day. He said what's up, which is pretty cool. But dude's been killing it, and very proud of the dude. Yeah, let's go to the cranks. We got the Odyssey Pro pedals. These things are a heavy duty platform pedal, PC pedal, so that you can pedal grind, jump off buildings, and the pedal is gonna be really hard to bend or break. So those pedals are pretty nice. We're going up to the full chromoly cranks, and let me see what size these are. These are 170s on this bike, and they're a 19mm spindle, and they're 8 splined, and they have a pinch bolt here. They got the steel 25-2 sprocket. We got an Odyssey what is it, freaking Bluebird chain. I can remember the name of it, man. So this is pretty cool because it's super heavy duty. Notice that the plates are really wide. Let's see if I can show you. Plates are really wide, and then if you go on the top, the plates are really thick. So if you're having problems breaking chains, you're not gonna have that problem. Going to the rear brake, we have the Odyssey spring-filled brakes. These things are pretty easy to adjust. You basically just put the cables on and they just automatically adjust straight, so that's kind of cool. And going to the back tire, we got the same Odyssey Path Pro OEM tire. This one's a 35 to 65 PSI. If you want the higher PSI, it's gonna be the Path Pro, Path Pro 100 PSI tire. Going to the back rim, it has the same stage 1 rear wheel or rim and stainless steel spokes and the chrome plated spoke nipples. But the back hub, the heart of the beast, is the Odyssey Clutch V2. This bad boy is available in left or right hand drive. So when you buy your Forecaster, select left or right hand drive in the Brock Rayford version. And the left side will, or the left hand drive one will have the sprocket and the drive system on here. The reason why you want a left-handed drive one is if you put your pegs on the right, you're no longer grinding on your sprocket side and you're not tearing it up and costing you money. So if you grind on the right, you want to get the LHD one. If you grind on the left, leave it like this. If you don't know which side you grind on, just buy any side and then just grind, and then you'll probably bend your sprocket like me, probably buy another one, or you probably put the pegs on the other side, and then eventually you'll get left-hand drive. But if you can figure it out, that's a great way to start your investment of getting a left or right-hand drive. So I hope that helped. I hope you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, leave me a question in the comments and I could try to help you out. This clutch hub also has hub guards. Let me see if I can show you. So it's got a hub guard on the left side or the non-drive side. Also, what's cool about this hub is that it has a little hidden compartment behind this band. See this little band right here? It has a little hole right here. So let me see if I can show you. So it's kind of harsh. Yeah, see, you spin it around and then you could adjust it pretty close here. It's all the way around. I'd have to flip the whole wheel and stuff like that. Not good for you right now. But yeah, if you want to see how that works, head over to my other explain and review for this Odyssey Clutch V2 hub, and I'll show you how to put the Allen wrench in there and adjust the slack. You can make it a little bit tighter or a bit looser. So if you're wondering what slack is, let me show you. So slack is how much this bike has to pedal forward in order to start moving the wheels. So see how the wheel's stationary? See how it moves? And then right here is when it starts grabbing. So from straight up here to here is how much it takes to grab. So that's about 45. If you ride street, you do half cabs and you're going fast backwards and stuff like that. Most people keep it at the 45 because it gives you some room to mess up and stuff like that. Going up ramps, when you roll up the ramp backwards, you do actually move your crank slightly, so it is good to have slack. If you're annoyed at the slack and you make it really tight, and you're still upset about it, you probably should get a cassette, because if you need that instant engagement, the cassette is the only way to get rid of it, unless you go to like the planetary one, but still you have to engage that one. And the Z coaster, the profile Z coaster, you have to engage that one. So yeah, I hope that helps you out. If you like free coasters, definitely grab a bike like this. I ride a free coaster. I love it. I don't know if I'd go back to a cassette unless I went back to jumping trails and hit some pretty big jumps where I need a pedal in between the jumps like Core Anastasio. But for me, free coaster works. It feels amazing. I love it. Overall, this bike is a great bike to start off with, especially if you've already bought an introductory bike and you're trying to upgrade. This is a perfect bike to get if you're doing that. If you're hard on your bike, if you play sports, stuff like that. If you're just an active adult or kid or teen or whatever, and you just tear stuff up, this is a great place to start because you can ride this thing pretty hard, and eventually you can just swap out parts as you mess it up. But you got a heavy duty chromoly frame that's going to be the how would you say, the foundation. You got a great hub that you can lace a better rim to if you end up bending it. The hub will probably last forever. You got a great seat where you could adjust the angle of it. You got a great seat post that you can adjust the seat as well. Pretty basic brakes that are really easy to use. So you don't have to adjust them or anything like that. You got 170 cranks, which are mildly short, but not too long. Most aftermarket cranks are gonna be 165 millimeter. That's what most avid riders prefer. These ones are 170, and all the other bikes used to be 175. So being at 170 is a great place to start. Having the heavy duty chain is awesome if you're gonna be grinding or you're gonna be hitting jumps or pedaling fast, because you have the confidence that your chain is not gonna break when you pedal up to the jump. I've had that happen to me at Sheep Hills, and it is not fun. The handlebars are a relatively decent size handlebar. You can go a little bit bigger if you like, but at the 9 or 9.5, whatever they are, they're pretty solid size handlebars. Most people ride a 9.25 to a 9.5 that are like active heavy duty riders. Having the 48 millimeter stem brings in the bars a little bit more, allows you to get over the handlebars and stay in the cockpit, and just give you that little bit more oomph when you're doing 360s, 180s, and being able to level yourself out and get over the front wheel and just be able to nose it in, which I love. On the forks, you're gonna have a pretty heavy duty fork, but you're gonna be able to put pegs on it, so that's gonna make it nice. You're not gonna grind the bottom of your forks or anything like that like we used to in stick. Grinding is gonna be a lot easier for you. On the front wheel, which is amazing, is that it's got female axle bolts right here. So when you're learning to grind, you are gonna bend the axle. So being able to just replace this little bolt right here is amazing, because you just swap that little thing out and you're ready to go again. Going to the tires, you got the 2.4 tires that are gonna be a lot more stable than the other tires, and they're gonna make you look like you ride a lot better than you used to look like you ride, because now you have more control. But overall, if you're looking at this bike and you want to mainly ride street or skate park, this is the bike for you. If you are going more into trails, maybe look at a different model with the cassette hub or something like that. If you're looking around, riding around in the neighborhood, jumping curbs and stuff like that, and you don't think that you're gonna ever 180, you don't have to get this bike, but you can still get one with the Freecoaster. Don't feel like you can have a Freecoaster, not 180. It's not about that. It's about freestyle. Maybe as you grow, you can learn how to start doing fakie stuff, but it is a little bit different learning fakie stuff with Freecoaster compared to a cassette. Cassette for me seems a lot easier, especially rolling fast. You can control a lot more, but in general, for half cabs and all the other stuff, a Freecoaster is the way I would definitely go. I feel more controlled. It's scary going fast, but it's super fun, and I just love it. But I hope this helped you guys pick out a bike for yourself, or made you pull the trigger to buy this bike. And please don't bum me out and buy this bike from another bike shop that didn't give you any of this information. If you've seen this video and this got you to buy this bike, head over to stackbmx.com and pick yourself up one of these bikes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.